Welcome to the Sports Business Classroom audio experience. I'm Alex Cocoros, and in this series, we're diving into the journeys of professionals who are making an impact in the sports industry. From executives to innovators, each guest will share their story, the lessons they've learned, and the strategies that help them succeed. This isn't just about the business of basketball. It's about life, sports, and the mindset it takes to thrive in a competitive world. Each conversation will provide insights and actionable advice you can use to take your own career to the next level. Whether you're looking to break into the industry or sharpen your skills, this series is here to help you achieve your goals. Let's jump in and learn from the best. Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Sports Business Classroom audio experience. My name is Alex Cocoros, and it's a special interview today as we're live at the Hall Pass Media Studios here in Costa Mesa, California. Happy to be joined with filmmakers Kaylee Smith and Peter Pan. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. How you doing?
Yeah. No, I'm excited. We made this happen. I know you guys have been busy. Let's just get right down to it. These past couple months have really been quite the journey for you guys, traveling all the way to Serbia to shoot your upcoming documentary, Hoops of Heritage, that will be playing at the NBA Summer League Film Festival. Just kind of talk about that these past 2 months and what this experience has really meant for you guys.
Yeah, so Serbia is an amazing place. We went to Belgrade, and the people there are some of the most friendly individuals that we have ever met, and especially their passion for basketball. Mm-hmm. It is on a different level, man. They will have these big games called derbies, and they bring the energy that you only see in soccer games to these basketball games. They will light up fire sticks. They will light up like flashbangs. Everyone's smoking, and it's all packed with 20,000 peoples. Man, like the footage looks absolutely something that we have never seen on American television.
Definitely something we can't compare to in the United States. It was crazy. Like Peter said, there's flares going off. There's people smoking inside. Everyone's jumping in unison. There's leaders of the crowds and all of the fans that are like conducting like all sorts of chants and all movements and everything. It was wild, to say the least.
And I know you guys got to go at a pretty lucky weekend. It was the Red Star versus Partizan rivalry. Our friend Minja from VSL kind of recommended you guys go during that weekend. Was it as you expected, or just blew your expectations of how that game was and just the atmosphere of it?
Yeah, it blew us out of the water completely. I know. Minja has been such a huge help on this project. She's also been co-directing and co-producing with us. She warned us for sure, but we took that lightly, I think, a little too lightly. And it was just absolutely unreal of an atmosphere. And it was just crazy to be down there on the floor. We were in the stands and just being immersed in that culture, and everyone's so excited. It was craziness.
The first night we landed, we went to a basketball game. And that was a ABA League game with the team Red Star. That was what we will call a normal game here, right? But Minja's, giving us like these expectations that for the derby it's gonna be so many more people. It's gonna be absolutely packed, and the players gonna be a lot harder. Yeah. And that was absolutely the case.
Right. Oh yeah, it was wild. Yeah, that first game that we went to, it was an ABA League game with just Red Star and another team. I forget where they were from, but we were just location scouting, seeing what the arena looked like. Did not compare to the game that we filmed on the 31st of January. That was so much different, and it was crazy.
Must have been quite the experience. For the people who don't know, this is a school project for you guys. You guys are seniors at Chapman University, way ahead of your time, or way beyond your years, I should say. Kaylee, I know we met at Summer League. You kind of had a pass for basketball, but how did this, interest spark, and why did you want to create the story ultimately? Totally.
So, actually, last Summer League, we had roommate assignments, and my roommate was Minja, which I was so fortunate and so happy that worked out that way. And she was telling me all about Serbia. I think at this time I couldn't even tell you where Serbia was on a map, I'll be honest. But we were rooming together, and we for 2 weeks we always talked at night, and we always told each other about what we did back home and everything. And she told me about the rivalry between these two teams, and I was so interested, and it was so awesome. And we kind of both came up with one night, after a long day of Summer League, we came back and we were talking, and we were like, what if we made a documentary on this? Like, that would be kind of crazy. And it just was like, like, maybe it'll happen. Like, threw it in the back of, like, our head. And then come senior year for me, I was like, like, I'm trying to think of, like, thesis ideas. Like, what is something that I could make that could turn into something bigger post-college? And so Peter was so awesome to hop on this project as well. He was amazing on the technical side and also story structure of this as well. Couldn't have done it without either two of them. But we hopped on and we were like, I think this is a great story. Maybe we should just shoot for it. Like, maybe we should try it. And sure enough, like, we went through the whole process of green light and everything through Chapman, and we were able to go, which was awesome to see her again in Serbia, and, you know, didn't have to wait a full year to see her again.
Full circle moment. Is that kind of touches on how the VSL connection runs deep, and you've done 2 years at Summer League now. Just talk about, you know, what VSL has meant for you and all those connections that you made. Yeah,
I mean, oh my gosh, it's been everything. It has changed so much, and also has taught me so many things as well, valuable skills. I've been there for 2 years, and I've been a part of that video content creative team for those past 2 years, and just learning how workflow works, things to shoot, how to shoot basketball too, especially at a high professional level. It's not just like high school sports anymore. You're at professional sporting events, and there's famous people there, and how do you interact with people, you know? It's really like important to have those like social skills and also like those communication skills as well. One kind of organizing and working with a team in that manner when there's so much to do in such a short amount of time. And then the quick turnarounds too. It's like one dysfunctional family, but in the best kind of way, working together with everybody. And the networking has been incredible. I mean, Minja and I are still very close friends, and everybody there, all the other interns as well, like, all have my heart. They're all awesome, and they're all doing great things too. So just keeping in touch with everybody is just so great.
It's a long 2 weeks, but by the end of it, you're pretty sad that it's over because you're like, this is family for the past 14 days. Peter, I want to ask you, because Kaylee said, I asked my good friend Peter if you wanted to come on this trip to Serbia. Were you a little hesitant at first, or this is an experience for that you would, you know, take with you for the rest of your life?
You know, to be honest, when you told me about Serbia, I'm like,
we're
going to Siberia?
A little hesitant at first, right? I can imagine.
Serbia. Yeah. And, you know, like, I did a little research, and I was amazed by how much culture is there in Serbia, with the, you know, it was part of the Ottoman Empire. Now, after the break apart of Yugoslavia, they're a new nation.
Right.
But this story that we made a film about is so much of their core pride as a nation today, and their passion for sports. And that's what really attracted me about this story. And especially when Minja talks about the sport scene in Serbia, and her whole face just lights up with pride. And it's incredible to see that culture, especially in basketball.
Yeah, so we both have kind of got an idea, a glimpse of what the second year of the NBA Summer League Film Festival will be like. Why do you think it stands out compared to other sports festivals, and what can filmmakers take from it when they submit their film?
I think just the fact that the Summer League Film Festival is a part of the Summer League, where, you know, you have stars that just, you know, went through a draft, and you know, the early stars where they get discovered and really get tested for their skill. And that same concept applies to filmmakers in terms of projects that's still early in the development, or the filmmaker who is looking to get more attention. And I think Summer League is just the same for the filmmaker as the players that plays during Summer League. And this year especially is the first year that the Summer League Film Festival, we opened to submissions from any filmmakers on Film Freeway. And so far, all the works that's been coming in are amazing in terms of diversity, amazing in terms of quality, amazing in terms of the different types of sports that the story is about. Right. And I'm really excited to see how this continues to receive more submissions, and as we program the festival. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I think I was there last year for the very first year that like the film festival was a thing in Vegas, and it was really special. And I think like the first year kicking it off, it's always like, okay, like here's what we're gonna do, here's the plan. Now let's like see how it goes and everything. And I think it went so well. It was awesome to see like the filmmakers up on the panel after their film screen, and I think having like it be an event, having that be an event alongside Summer League is just really impactful too, because it's like there's more things to do. You can walk around the games that are going on, and you can also stop by and see a film. Like people love to watch documentaries nowadays. I think that's just a big thing that's grown, especially sports docs. So like bringing those people together is just really, it's been great.
Right, it's unique because in terms of the fan experience, like what other festival in the world really can, like a foot away from the film festival, you have Pop a Shot, you have people being interviewed at the studio. It's a unique experience, so that comes with it too. What do you think in terms of the selection process? What should a filmmaker look for in terms of getting selected and their film being shown?
I think, with the Summer League Film Festival, the overall theme and concept is to tell, a good story about sportsmanship, about the sports culture, and about the hard works that each athlete has to go through to achieve their goal and to achieve respect and to achieve the performance that they want in their craft. And just telling that story, whether in a documentary format, whether in a narrative format, to the most authentic form is what this film festival is looking for. And that connects really well with what's happening right next to the festival, which is the court of new stars, new drafts, playing to the hardest, to showcase what they're made of, to showcase their skill, and let's reflect that in the films that's being played next door.
Right. So what about, because we're talking about the film festival as a whole, and Kaylee, you've been at Summer League for 2 years, and fast forward, one of your films is going to be played at the film festival. And Peter, I know this is a new experience for you, but has it hit you yet that thousands of fans are going to come into Las Vegas and see your guys' film and all the hard work that you put into it?
It's kind of surreal. It's like kind of I feel like it's gonna hit me when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like right now, I'm thinking about it, and I'm kind of thinking like, oh yeah, like lots of people come, like the opening weekend, and there's all sorts of activations happening on the concourse, and there's all sorts of like different things happening, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, and then I walk past like the film festival, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's going on, and then I feel like this year I'm gonna walk by and go, wait, my film's literally playing there.
That looks familiar.
That's really interesting, yeah. So I think, like, honestly, it'll be such an exciting thing, especially to, like, premiere our basketball-themed film in this basketball-themed film festival and just have that really showcased to a lot of people, and I hope they really enjoy it.
Kaylee told me a lot of great stuff about the festival, what it feels like to be there, and the whole experience, and I just can't wait for the summer, man. I just can't wait for the moment when our films start playing, and as a filmmaker you get nervous, and you're watching very closely at the audience to see how they receive the film. And that's the best part about being a filmmaker, is when your work gets shown on a big screen in front of a crowd, and hopefully they like it. But that's why we have festivals.
Yeah, we were saying you could be starstruck on day one, but who knows? LeBron or Steph might walk in and see your guys' documentaries. You got to be ready for that. There's can't be starstruck at Summer League because you turn the corner, right? And your favorite player is there.
You see Jokic walk in, just like see it, and they're like, he's like, oh, that looks familiar.
Luka walks in.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Is Jokic? He's like he's you can't even describe how loved he is in Serbia, right? It's unworldly, right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they love him. Yeah, they love him and they love Luka. Yeah, definitely that trade got them. We left, I think, like a couple days before that trade happened.
They're still wearing the Mavs.
The Mavs, yeah.
Oh, because this was before.
Yes, yeah.
2 days.
So this was what, January 31st?
Yeah, so we got back Sunday, and I think it happened Monday or Tuesday.
I think Luka got here right beginning of February. So that's wow.
And then
it must have been.
They got New Jersey.
Yeah, we followed like some of our Serbian friends and subjects on Instagram, and we just see like the posts, and we're like, oh no, wait.
Oh, because this was before. Wow. So this was what, January 31st?
Yeah, so we got back Sunday, and I
Yeah.
think it happened Monday or Tuesday.
Right. I think Luca got right beginning of February. So that's wow.
We followed like some of our Serbian friends and subjects on Instagram, and we just see like the posts, and we're like, oh no, wait.
What overall message do you want people to take from it? Because like you guys said, the game's expanding, and you guys are kind of getting it at the right time and hitting the spot. So what message do you want to take from your documentary ultimately?
I think like just to keep it super short and sweet, basketball unites and it really brings people together. And I think that not only goes just for that, but it goes for all sports. And I think it shows how important that is to such a community. And for Serbia, that nation, they love basketball and it brings them all together. I know there's that rivalry. And even though like, you know, you're either a Red Star fan, you're a Partizan fan, you're a Jokic fan, like whatever the case may be, you are all coming together and you are united by your love of basketball. That is like the national sport. They love it. And because of that, you know, it brings them all together rather than divides the nation.
I think for the amount of love that we, American audience, have for Serbian players, you know, I think the Serbians deserve a film that really showcases their culture and showcases what the country represents and what the local fans is like. And this is what that film is about, what our film is about, to really showcase that subculture that they have over there.
Well, I'm excited to see it this upcoming summer. It's going to be great. Last one here, then we'll wrap it up. But in terms of the NBA Summer League Film Festival, what do you expect just the audience or people submitting applications to get in? Like, what can they expect from it in the overall experience?
For someone who has been to over 30 film festivals as a participant, as a filmmaker, I would say this one is going to be unique because you have this attachment with the Summer League. Mm-hmm. You know, it's going to be a completely different experience. You get to have the opportunity to not only network with other filmmakers, but network with potential buyers from different networks that loves sports content. You get to network with you know, players and their agents, and this really will expand what a film festival is, the concept of a film festival, because you know, you're in Vegas, you're at the Summer League, and your film is playing. You know, what else could you ask?
Well, Kaylee and Peter, thank you guys so much for taking the time. It's going to be a fun summer. Got to buckle up. NBA Summer League Film Festival happening July 17th to 19th. My name is Alex Cocoros, and thank you so much for tuning into the Sports Business Classroom audio experience.